Alright guys, this is a brand new lexan body. Right now, it got legs. And this is what it looks like when it's done. Clean edges, no cracks, and no rough bits. In this video, I'm gonna teach you the scribe and tear method. It's simple, it's clean, and honestly, once you learn this, you'll never struggle with the lexan body again. All you need is a hobby knife and a pair of scissors, and a little patience. After this video, you are the expert at cutting lexan bodies. Let's get into it. So before we do anything, let me quickly show you what we're working with today. First up, the hobby knife. This is your scribe tool. We're not cutting all the way through with this. We're just scoring the surface to create a clean break line. Use a fresh sharp blade. A dull blade drags and can crack the lexan instead of scoring it cleanly, and makes it hard to break off. And then the scissors. Nothing fancy, it's just a pair of curved lexan scissors. Cheap, like $4. A good sharp pair of scissors for cleaning up curves and trimming the edges after the tear if needed. And we will also be using this one to section up where we're gonna tear everything off. That's it. 2 tools, simple setup. Let's talk about the method. Now, most lexan bodies come with these molded guidelines already pressed into the plastic. These are your roadmap. You follow those lines with your hobby knife, and then it will be really easy to cut the body. Here's where most beginners go wrong. They hold the knife straight up and down and try to cut through. Don't do that. You want a low angle, almost like you're dragging the tip, not stabbing it. Tip here is to have the blade at a 30 to 45 degree angle to the surface. This creates a shallow score groove rather than trying to cut all the way through. And also, with the hand that you're not cutting with, you are supporting the backside of the lexan body. Just keep your fingers away in case you are scoring all the way through by accident. Then you don't cut yourself in the fingertip. So support the body from the backside, and then just score along the body line. And a quick tip here, support matters as much as the knife angle. A wobbling body means a wobbly scribe line. So let's say that we don't support it, and then it's really easy to bow out the body or to wobble off track. Alright, let's scribe. I'm going to start on a straight section first. One smooth, steady pull. Don't rush it. Let's start here, and then just slowly follow the body line at the angle that we want to have, and then just cut through like this. So now we have made our first scribe line, and you can see the white line appearing here. That's exactly what you want. That's the groove. That's going to guide your tear. Go over it 2 or 3 times if the line isn't deep enough, but be sure to just follow the same line as before. You don't want to make several scribe lines, but most of the times one scribe line is enough. If you just support it well enough and have a steady hand and a firm grip, then it's usually good enough. Now here's something important. Straight lines and curves are handled a little differently. We have scribed a straight line now, and now we come into the wheel arch. So for the straight sections, one long smooth pull. Keep the knife moving at the same speed the whole way. Don't stop and start, that creates bumps in your line. For curves, it's a bit different. You're going to use a shorter stroke, just a few centimeters at a time, and then rotate the body slightly between each stroke to follow the curve naturally. For tight curves, like wheel arches, let the body do the work. Rotate the body toward you rather than trying to twist your wrist. Now see how I'm holding the body and my wrist. It is more or less straight, so I can have a steady and firm hand. So see how I'm moving the body and not the knife. And here, when we come into the wheel arch and the corner here, just try to keep the wrist at a good angle and then move the body so you get really good and nice straight line. And you can twist the body around and cut from the other side into the scribe line that you already have done. Now I have the skirt here, but if you want to, before you start all the work, you can cut off the skirt of the body, and that makes it a lot less likely to do some errors along the way. For the rest of the body, I will just cut off the skirt for demonstrative purposes. Alright, so then we're finished. We're scribed all the way around. So now we will take the scissor again. And now we just do some pie cuts up to the scribe line. But don't cut all the way up, so to say. You just want to cut a few millimeters away from the scribe line, because the last piece you will tear off. And just take your time, don't rush this. Let's just take your time, make more pie cuts if you're a bit insecure. And the one thing you can think about is how you are gonna tear this off. Let's say you put a relief cut here, and here you have to tear around the corner. I'm just thinking that we want to tear as straight as possible. So then I think that I'm gonna tear from this corner up to this corner. So then I just do some relief cuts accordingly. And the same here. Let's tear off this section in one sweep. And then we can take this corner and all the way around to this corner. This part I think we can tear off in one go. And there you see, it was teared off in one go. So it's as easy like that. So let's do a speed montage where I do all the relief cuts, and then I will come back and start to tear everything off. Alright, since we have started at the rear, let's move along this side, and then you just start tearing off. And the same thing here, you can support the body from the back side with a thumb or a finger. A perfect line here. So then we just do that all the way around. And here you can tear a long piece. And there you saw that I had to just scribe it again to get it to cleanly shear off. There it is. A clean, straight break right along the line, no cracking into the body, no jagged edges. So you can see here, all the break-off points are really nice and straight and no jagged edges. And you have a really nice feel to it, just as I say, straight, fine lines, like a pro did it. So really good success for this one. And then when you're done, you have some small rough spots here where you didn't get a really nice scribe line, so then you just take your scissors and go alongside and just cut it, so you get a really nice fluid corner here. And always think how you are holding the body. Since I'm cutting with my right hand, I always want to have the corner so I can just get a fluid motion. So let's say that I have a cramped position like that. It's more easy to get a bad corner or a bad cut angle. And that's it. Run your finger along it, smooth, clean, ready to go. Compare that to where we started. Legs gone, clean edges, perfect fit. And here you can see where we are trying to fit this body. I have my Gizmo chassis here that I'm going to try to fit the body onto. And as well, I have a Proline K10 body that I'm also digging. So with this one, we'll have to do some relief cuts. Yeah, I really like this body. It fits the chassis and the width of it. Mistakes to avoid. Mistake number 1, that is to scribe too fast and lose control. Rushing the scribe is probably the most common mistake. You end up with an uneven depth, some parts deep, some shallow, and the tear won't follow the line cleanly. So the tip here is to have a same speed, the whole line, a slow is smooth, smooth is clean. Mistake number 2, only scribing once. If you get a really faint line, let's say that you are scribing slow, but you lose pressure on the knife, so you get a really faint scribe line. Don't hesitate to be really careful, but to scribe once again, so you get a nice depth along the scribe line. And that is especially on thicker bodies. These ones are quite thin, but you have the high-speed bodies where you have a lot thicker lexan, so then you have to be a bit more aggressive on the pressure. And mistake number 3, snapping instead of folding. So if we take this, for example, then we take it and scribe all the way along. But then snapping it like you're breaking a piece of chocolate is going to crack it in the wrong direction. You don't just want to be aggressive and snap it off like that. You want to do a scribe line like that. But then, as I said before, support both sides of the scribe line and then you fold it. So you see that you fold it on your scribe line and you're not just cracking it off. And then mistake number 4 is a wrong blade angle on curves. Steep blade on a curve, knife jumps off the line. On curves especially, a steep blade angle causes the knife to want to follow a straight path. Keep it low and rotate the body, not your wrist. So let's say that we want to scribe the wheel arch. If we have a real steep angle and we are scribing along, it's really easy for the tip to get caught. And then when you are increasing the pressures to try to scribe more, then you just hops along. So what you want to do is have a steady hand, support the body, support your hand. Have a, like I said, a 30 to 45 degree lead angle, and then you just follow along and have a comfortable position, and then you just scribe along the line that you want to scribe. So, as I say, no 90 degree lead angles, then you just have a really high chance to scribe in the wrong path. And as well, support your hands, have a really comfortable position and scribe along the line in a slow and steady pace. And that's the scribe and tear method. Start to finish, clean body, clean edges, no stress. And here we have it. A perfect body, and it's very easy and very repeatable, as you can see here. Just scribe Take your time, be patient, and then you will do exceptionally good and do it perfectly. Honestly, once you get comfortable with this technique, cutting bodies goes from being a chore to just being part of the fun. You'll be doing it with confidence every single time. If this helped you out, drop a like on the video. It really does help the channel grow. And if you want to see more tutorials like this, make sure you're subscribed to Ascend RC. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!